First impressions count. When meeting someone new, you immediately begin to assess their character. Beyond their vocal intonation and mannerisms, a key consideration is the perfection of their facial symmetry. There are good evolutionary reasons for making this type of assessment. More perfect bilateral symmetry is associated with better health and fertility. It seems we are hardwired to recognize patterns because this mode of perception avoids visual overload. As a result, we take delight in being surrounded by symmetry, but are trapped by its constraints, both real and imaginary. Hello, my name is Tim White, and I am a Professor of Materials Science and Engineering at Nanyang Technological University. In this course on Beauty, Form and Function, an exploration of symmetry, we will look at examples of symmetry in nature and engineering, art and architecture, medicine and product design. Whether we are admiring a beautiful flower, considering a painting, or even deciding which DVD recorder to purchase, our impressions and decisions are driven by our innate ability to detect and analyse symmetry. Take honeycomb, an iconic example of tessellation from the natural world. Why do bees make hexagonal honeycombs? It is all to do with the efficient use of space. There would be an unacceptable waste of beeswax if any other geometry were used. Another important point is that symmetry is scalable. In geology, large hexagonal pavings of basalt are found all around the world. The most famous example is in Ireland at the Giant's Causeway. But what causes this pattern? In this case, shrinkage accompanies the cooling of lava to basalt, and this is accommodated by creating a hexagonal arrangement of cracks. At smaller scale, the compound eyes of insects also show hexagonal packing schemes. There is a good reason for adopting this geometry. It maximizes light sensitivity. In all three examples, and at every scale, there is a link between form and function. The purpose of this course is to provide an introduction to symmetry, and it will be conducted with rigour. You will learn to recognise symmetry operations and symmetry elements, and know how these are represented mathematically. However, there is no prerequisite knowledge required to join this course. For those students participating out of curiosity, there will be simpler questions to test your understanding. But for students with a deeper interest or undertaking this course for credit, you'll be engaged through more challenging exercises. The observation of symmetry is a delight and a fascination to many. Symmetry is also the master plan through which the universe operates, and more practically, the use of patterns has ubiquitous utility in our everyday lives. I hope you will also share my interest in discovering the nature of symmetry and join me in the exploration of perception and geometry.